Hello everyone, it's Angelo Rain here for a 2.0 video, or maybe even 3.0, about my incredibly extensive and fascinating collection of alien figures, and maybe even show you the impressive Terminators from the Mecha line. Some time ago I made a video on my YouTube channel with my old camera which didn't give a very clear image, say. So, I've decided with this new camera that has better capabilities, and this time with a nice sunny day, to show you the alien figure collection and maybe some Terminators, even if they're up high. We'll do our best. Just a reminder that Alien released a collection, well, Neca I should say. Neca I. We'll try our best. Just a reminder that Alien released a collection, well, I should say Neca. We've released a pretty substantial collection of alien figures, kind of like the Predator wall that you've probably seen. So now we're going to jump right back into Alien. Some of the models are quite exotic, so I'll try to present them in detail. So here we start with the Neca line, which has given us the figure of Kane from the first Alien. John Hurt, the legendary actor. First figure from the Neca line, who is well known for his roles in various films and series. The boxes are still here, so I've kept the packaging for those wondering why I don't display them in a showcase. For the history behind the boxes, the beautiful packaging, here we can see Captain Dallas. And I have to admit, I absolutely love them. So here we have Sigourney Weaver from Alien 1, in her outfit at the end of the film. So, I've shown you Captain Dallas. We have Ellen Ripley, the iconic character, with Jones, affectionately known as Jonesy the Cat in the movie. So, for Neca's human figure faces, it's up to you to decide. Some are successful, others not. So here we have Helen Ripley. So here, all of this is from the Alien 1 session from 1979, directed by Ridley Scott. Here we have Lambert. There you go. We don't have the entire crew of the Nostromo since some didn't give their permission. I actually think that's a shame. Finally, I'm missing Ash and the character of Parker. I'll try to find them one day. I have to admit it's not my priority. So here we have an idea of what the Xenomorph could have looked like as it was originally intended. The Xenomorph is a creature created by Stan Winston and also by Digger, HD. Digger. Originally, the creature was supposed to be white, but for aesthetic reasons with the crew of the Nostromo, and especially with the ship, it would have been way too visible in white. So they changed its color to make it black. Black of darkness. This is the real version. It's a prototype, and on top of that, it glows in the dark. So these figurines are pretty hard to find these days. Now we're going straight to Alien 2, Aliens from 1984, directed by James Cameron. We obviously have a character who appears in 3 of my favorite franchises, Terminator, Alien, and Predator, Bill Paxton, also known as William Hudson. You can also see him in the iconic science fiction film Terminator 1, where he appears as the punk at the very beginning of the movie. Additionally, he has a notable role in the action-packed sequel Predator 2, where he portrays a lone wolf character who teams up with the determined and resourceful Danny Glover. Here, in this scene, we have the talented actor Michael Biehn, known for his intense and memorable performances in these classic films. Corporal Dwayne Hicks. So some of the blisters have yellowed a bit more than others. You can see that some of them have still stayed pretty clean. Corporal Dwayne Hicks. Just so you know, McFarlane also made some figurines, I'll show them later. Here we have Lance Henriksen from Aliens, so Bishop the droid. It looks similar, but well, Neca has never really been great with faces. I'm trying to speed things up because there's a lot to show. Here we have Helen Ripley, specifically from the iconic movie franchise Aliens 2, the science fiction classic. There you go. Lieutenant Helen Ripley, portrayed by Sigourney Weaver, a fan-favorite character in her outfit. Also, know that she comes packaged with Newt, the child, in a double deluxe packaging in the thrilling sequel. But then, Newt's face is absolutely terrible, so I didn't get it. That's why I say the human faces from Neca aren't great. So Rico Frost. They made an elongated head, but it's amazing. Rico Frost, The Marines in Aliens 2. Excellent film by James Cameron. Here, a character we can also see in Terminator 2, Jeanette Vasquez. There you go, the Mexican, the warrior, the real girl from the movie. Of course, Ellen Ripley is charismatic, but honestly, I love the character of Jeanette Vasquez. She really has an amazing charisma, and I think they did a great job on her face. These are figurines. Honestly, if we had had this back in the day, here we have the xenomorph straight from Aliens 2. The bicep is a bit yellowed. You can see that it's brown and black. Since Stan Winston's creature was reworked in texture around the skull compared to Alien 1, you can see that there are a lot more ornaments compared to the classic xenomorph, if we can quickly show one. There you go, quickly. No! The xenomorph has more of an elongated head like this. Don't be fooled by the color. So here, in Aliens 2, they really reworked the design of Stan Winston's creature, and it truly looks amazing. The warrior, the aliens that we can see in the second film. Here we have a pack that includes Hudson vs. Xenomorph. You won't see much, it's more or less visible. Today these packs are sold out, I have to say, if you want to collect them. You're going to end up very poor, because honestly, some are sold out like this kind of pack. But you'll see that it gets even worse than that. Here we've done the first floor. Let's continue with Alien 3. And here, on the other hand, Sigourney Weaver, her face looks really awful. So we have Helen Ripley on Fiorina 161 in Alien 3, a film that was originally supposed to be made by James Cameron, but directed by David Fincher, and we'll see the terrible outcome of the film. I must admit that, to be completely honest, I personally didn't like it at all. The real synopsis of the film was supposed to be an adaptation by James Cameron, where Corporal Dwayne Higgs would be the hero of Alien 3, set on a planet not of prisoners, but of Buddhist monks. I also invite you to read the excellent book by William Gibson about the real synopsis that Fox had planned for Alien 3. Here we have the famous dog alien or cow alien that we can see in the movie Alien 3. Smaller, faster than the other xenomorphs. And just look at the incredibly intricate textures and details from Neca for the finish on these pieces. It's really, really beautiful. Honestly, hats off to Neca for making such beautiful collectible pieces. Back then I was more into McFarlane Toys. But I have to admit that Neca has really raised the bar. So here we are still in Alien 3. The Wieland Yutani Commandos, who are highly trained and elite, are here, ready for action. I hope that this video, when it's done in all languages, will respect every word I say. Sometimes it's beyond my control. For example, I know that in the United States, if there are Americans watching this video, they say action figures. While when I put out videos in English, it says figurine. So don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on my videos. So that's what bothers me. When I put my videos in English, it says figurine, when it should be action figures. Here are the Commandos that I forgot to mention, so the end of Alien 3, that's the part that I find a bit sad in Alien 3. So Neca decided to bring back some Kenner toys from the 80s, since Kenner had made toy lines based on Alien back in the day. All the colors with flashy stuff, and I've got quite a few of them. Kenner, well Neca, I'll get there. So Neca decided to release figures based on the Kenner toys with excellent packaging back in the day. So here we have the Neca version of Helen Ripley from Kenner. So we can see the difference between the so-called Kenner model and the movie version, with the white t-shirt, blue jeans, and here we have dark blue jeans and this time a purple t-shirt. So much more colorful. That was the style of Kenner toys from the 80s and 90s, with extremely bright, vivid, and vibrant colors. Here we have Sergeant Apone, the boss of the Marines in the movie Aliens 2. I never understood why they didn't make it in the classic version from Aliens. It's a shame because it's a character I really like. Well, we don't see him much. Check out the artwork though. These are really comic style drawings. I really appreciate it. In fact, I've even read the comics about aliens. Here we have Drake. Character we don't see much. Not really any difference from his appearance in the movie except for the military gear. His head actually indeed looks more like the character Higgs than in fact Drake. And there, for the aliens, Kenner really had a blast. So here we have unique alien figures, straight out of Kenner's imagination. And he just decided to remake them. So here we have a strange and mysterious alien gorilla creature with a blue face hugger. And I'll try to show the back, but each alien to its background. That's why I really insist that boxed gods are really more. I think it's much better aesthetically, and above all, you save space. Here we have a sky blue alien warrior. All these toys are based on the toys from the 80s. I used to have the Kenner ones back then, but when I saw that NECA had released versions like this, I sold them. I remember that version very well from back in the day. NECA has released a red facehugger, which is a creature from the Alien franchise, with a comic book behind it that features a story related to the Alien universe. We can see Apon, a character from the series. It seems to be Newt, I think, who is another character from the same series. A red facehugger, very pretty. Here we have the snake alien, a snake-like alien. Just look at these colors. They're absolutely and incredibly beautiful. And vibrant. Oops, I've got his teeth. If I don't drop it. That's why I say the packaging is the same for everyone. You can really see it's Kenner's style with the black background and those kind of white square outlines. You can see there's a bit of dust, but frankly some blisters have remained intact with the new technology that allows for the prevention of yellowing of blisters. And honestly, I think that's really cool. There you go. So, a very, very nice movie package. Then they changed. I think it's a shame. The religious watch. Alien, Mantis. Green. Back then, during those memorable days, I vividly remember that the duck toy, which was my favorite, glowed beautifully in the dark. Really, just take a closer look at these amazing drawings, right? It's really very beautiful, you know? Really, really beautiful, you know? I'm going so fast, but honestly, here we have a scorpion. Look at this yellow mix, a bit chocolate brown with the xenomorph with its spikes. Oh, I love it. Honestly, I'm telling you, I love it. But then they changed the packaging. I think that's a shame. The packaging is a lower quality now. And just look at this. Incredible. Here we have a dark blue alien warrior. They made all the colors for us. Here we have dark blue. We have light blue. We've really got all the colors when it comes to xenomorphs. Here we have a dark blue alien. Here it is, a 2019 exclusive. So I might as well tell you that I paid, I think, 45 euros for this collector's item at the time. I might as well tell you that, I don't know, I haven't looked on eBay at its value. But if you find it, I think it will be exorbitant prices. And it's sad to present this figurine to you, because I know that many will look for it, but may not be able to see it. So here we have the 2.0 packaging, since these are the first NECA packages. And NECA has revamped the design of the boxes, this time in cardboard. Before, it was plastic. And you can see the design reminiscent of the old Kenner toys. So yeah, that's cool on one hand. But the sturdiness of the boxes, especially how they tear easily, I'm not really a fan of that. So here we have the Night Cougar. We'll show you the inside if I don't break it. You can see that it's much harder to show you. And it's really fragile. I mean, it's super fragile. As you can clearly observe, you can see that it's much more challenging to show you in this particular scenario. And it's really fragile. I mean, it's super fragile. So this one, luckily, it opens easily. Here we have the majestic and mysterious creature known as the alien panther. You're not going to see much, obviously. My gremlins are more of a hassle than anything else, so I'm going to show you what it would look like this. It's still hanging on the wall. Aesthetically, it's really nice. Here, we'll manage one way or another. There we go. There you go. We have the figure of Carter Burke. So the TV is bothering me. With the alien, I'm going to try to show you like this. We go, that's much better like this. Carter Burke, known as the trickster of the group. With the xenomorph, I really like the actor's head. His surprised face. And now we're going straight to the figures called Prometheus, the Alien Zero. So it's not easy with the TV, Prometheus with the engineers. There we go, like this, it will be good. The engineers, really look at the packaging in the back. It's really, really beautiful. I absolutely love the way NECA presents their products, especially the packaging. It's truly remarkable. The famous engineers, who are well known for their work, are featured prominently. These are the same engineers depicted in the movie Prometheus, which was directed by the legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott. His attention to detail and storytelling is always evident in his projects. How beautiful it is! So this one, on the other hand, the blister, it hasn't even yellowed, it's darkened. So we have the engineers in holographic version with the famous jar that contains the oil that will create the creature you're going to see later. I'm a huge fan of Alien, of course. I have always been fascinated by the intricate design and mysterious aura of the Alien franchise. So next we have the icon, the alien that we can see. So the version, let's say prototype, of what the xenomorph was going to be. The next item on our list is the iconic creature, the alien, which is a prototype version of the xenomorph. This version gives us a glimpse into what the final xenomorph design was intended to be. So a head, it looks like a head of, I don't know what to say. The head of this creature is particularly intriguing, as it resembles something otherworldly. With, it seems, the engineer's helmet, the engineer's head when the Prometheus crew witnesses it being dissected, as they observe. Here we have Michael Fassbender, it seems to me, so if I'm not mistaken about his name. There you go, David, that we can find in the movie Alien Covenant, which is a science fiction film directed by Ridley Scott, released in 2017. The face is still very pretty. The character kind of looks Jeremy Irons in Die Hard 3, I think, and is portrayed by Michael Fassbender. David the King. The engineers and technicians in Armor Edition of the armor. When we discover them. That's also how we discover the space jockey in the first Alien from 1979 with the cannon on LV-426. You won't see it, it's even more. I really haven't had any luck with the holographic engineers. And I'm missing a few humans. I know I'm missing Elizabeth Shaw. Here we have, so, really insist on this for all the Alien fans. We have a figure that I really love, from a video game that came out on PS3, PS4, and I think on PC. Amanda Ripley, the daughter of Ellen Ripley. You can actually see in Alien 2 from 1984 a scene where she is old. They were inspired by the character of Amanda Ripley, who we see as older, to create her daughter. I invite you to play the game because it's a survival horror where you'll have to rely only on this and the motion detector to spot the xenomorph. It's a truly real survival horror, and as I speak, there is a sequel 2 in preparation, and I admit that I am eagerly awaiting it. So, Alien Isolation, an absolutely true masterpiece. I highly recommend it to you without a doubt. Here we have a pack that you definitely won't find again, based on a comic, Alien Genocide. Because apparently there are two families of xenomorphs, the black ones and the red ones. And just look, we won't see it much, but we have this packaging. It's a whole design. But it's impossible to spot this kind of blister pack. It's just impossible. Here we have another buddy that I bought, the red ones with the black skulls, still from the Genocide comic. Incredible. That's why I keep them in the box. Rhino Alien. A Rhino. Alien
So now we're back to the NECA aliens. You won't see much of the rhino. It'll look so aesthetically to present it to you like this. That's why I'm not a fan of packaging, because you end up seeing more of the box than the character. So here, we have an alien. Well, we're going straight to Jean-Pierre Jeunet's film, Alien 4. And now we're definitely going to have, oh wow, the dust. The famous, oh my goodness. I absolutely definitely need to clean that up, because it's indeed really not pretty at all. Here, we have the alien from the 4th film, which is certainly a human mixed with a xenomorph. The dust here is really a pain. Here we have an alien from a game about, so I think it's on arcade. Is that it? Oh right, of course I'm silly. The famous red alien that you can find in Aliens arcade games. Excellent, very, very good. Honestly, I spent hours playing this game. So this one is a translucent green alien. A very, very nice collectible piece. It glows in the dark and it still glows. Now we're going to Paul W. Anderson's film, Anderson Alien vs. Predator. So do we like this movie or not? I love the creature designs. And here we have the famous grid alien, easily recognizable with the Celtic Predator's trap that will damage him and leave scars on his skull, which gives it a really nice aesthetic look. I really like it. Here we have an alien from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, where the turtles faced in a parody way. Aliens in the sewers, and the special thing is that they were yellow. Yes, it's definitely from a video game, the Ninja Turtles, which are drawn quite roughly in the cartoon or in the video game as well. And the mecha made a xenomorph. Very similar. Much more to the video game. So here I actually prefer the figure over the design of the video game. So there you go, we have pretty much all of that as a collection wall. There you go. That's quite a lot indeed, really. There you go. And let's keep going to show you the foundation of it all. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Excuse me, gremlins, the foundation. The Blu-ray sets of Alien. No DVDs here. It's all Blu-ray with Alien Covenant, Alien vs. Predator, and Prometheus, which should be around somewhere. But whatever. And I'm really looking forward to the Blu-ray release of Alien Romulus, because I really enjoyed that movie. Here, the lucky thing is that we can show an action figure. Oh wow! That Kenner made for Alien Resurrection. Now I can finally show you an amazing action figure that I have been talking about for a while. I think it's nearly identical design as the NECA ones. Here, in this section, we can clearly see a xenomorph creature, since Kenner back in the day made a line of toys for Alien Resurrection. Unfortunately, I no longer have the blisters. I got this one loose. And there we have a xenomorph for Kenner. I find that it is really very pretty aesthetically. So it is perhaps one of the rare ones that I kept, with obviously the famous chest buster sold with. There we will not see much, but I have a giant alien from McFarlane. I would like to find it in a box, I admit. And I will find it one day in a box to present it to you with better lighting. So it is very cold in this room, but not much. A blister that has been reworked there. We go directly to the McFarlane figurines. Before the Neca. There we had a collector's pack, which offered Corporal X with a helmet, a collector's edition. Today unobtainable. Tack, tack, tack. The battle alien. You won't see anything at all. It's pointless. You won't see anything at all. And now your friend Angelo Rain is tightrope walking to try to film his entire collection wall. So there you saw the Predators. Here we have a grid alien that's so yellowed in the packaging that you can't see it anymore. The thing about the McFarlane packaging, the line that came out in 2000, I must say some of these have undergone such drastic yellowing that it's quite remarkable. In the case of Aliens 2, the yellowing is so severe that you can barely make out any details or see anything clearly at all. Corporal Dwayne Higgs a highly detailed McFarlane version with the packaging. With the backlighting system, you won't see much. We had additional details. A warrior alien, such as a GOG alien from the well-known series McFarlane, followed by an Alien 3. No, this one is from Alien 3, sorry, this one is Alien Resurrection, Bam Bam. Predator, 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 Predator. A pack taken from Alien vs Predator. So here we're focusing exclusively on the xenomorph. You won't see anything. Definitely better than in the previous video. The xenomorph, Alien vs Predator. The jeans pack with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I showed you that in the video about Predator. You know, tap, 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 Predator, Predator. There you go. Also a pack of Alien vs Predator 1 by Paul W. Anderson, released in 2004 with the grid alien taking some battle damage from the famous Predator that I love the most, the Celtic. But we're not here to show the... Very recently, I acquired the incredibly famous Neomorph alien from the movie Prometheus. Just take a closer look at this. I truly think it's really a shame because... look, these are really fragile packages. That's why I prefer the packaging like this from Neca, because this is really very, very fragile. So here, as you can clearly see, you can see that this is my latest acquisition in Alien. Absolutely taken from the iconic movie Alien Covenant. There you go. This indeed looks a lot like that version, which I think, it's genetics created by our buddy David, who thought he was the son of God. And now we're going to wrap up this video. Good thing I made some cuts. Otherwise you would have seen me twisting and turning all over the place like this. So here are the new blisters from Neca that I was talking about for the duck toys, which are quite detailed and intricately designed, capturing the essence of the characters perfectly. Now let's move on to the Chrysalis Alien, a fascinating addition to the collection. These are the same collections as this one, featuring unique designs and high quality craftsmanship that fans and collectors will surely appreciate. The blisters have been recently updated and carefully designed. First style of Neca blister and second style of Neca blister crafted with attention to detail, with the writings like this. And so, my bad, I'm saying nonsense. These aren't blisters, it's just the games. There you go, I'm just talking nonsense. These are the games released by Capcom on Alien vs Predator, a game that was released exclusively in arcades. I would really like to have it in a compilation one day. Here we have the Chrysalis. It's a beat 'em up. The Razor Claw. All these aliens really came out of that they don't use any nonsense. Yes, that's right. It's the game from Capcom. The Arachne, a spider alien. You're not going to see my thing. We're finishing up with, for me, my most beautiful piece. Plus, that's what's great. Predator, Predator, we don't care. Here you have a pack that contains, just like the Neca version I showed you, which is right here. A pack with Alien vs Predator 2 Neca. Here we have the McFarlane version. And I'm really happy to see that the blister is still intact. And I'm taking this opportunity to wrap up because the lighting, you really need to have good sunlight. So we have an egg, a little gift from a shop I used to go to back in the day that unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. We have this, well, you know, perhaps maybe this. Here we have a Predator from a game on the Mega Drive Genesis console system. That's a lot of colors. Alien 3 on Mega Drive, Genesis, Game Gear, Super NES, and definitely other platforms. So really, they went all out when it comes to the toys, the colors of the creatures. So yeah, honestly, you guys needed to chill out. You really needed to chill out about Neca, about your blister creations. Here we have a pack, one of my first collection pieces, the McFarlane Giants called 12-inch, which included the grid alien. in the same collection. As this one taken from the comic Alien Genocide, we were treated to a red alien queen. And I know a lot of you are thinking, I wish you'd unbox it so we could see it. No, it's too complicated. We can see what the xenomorphs would look like if I unboxed it, but it stays in the box. It stays in the box, obviously. And to wrap up this video, because it has to end at some point, while I'm trying to think if I forgot to show something, and it seems I didn't. For me, the most beautiful piece in my collection, the Alien Queen. The Alien Queen from Neca. Ah, if I had forgotten one. While we're looking at the Saint Seiya, we also have the Alien Queen from McFarlane, the first Alien Queen that McFarlane released. You can't see much because the blister was already very dark. We have the Alien Queen from McFarlane, and Neca thought to themselves. So we see there you go, a Surly with a xenomorph. I'm telling you, I'm possessed. Well, Neca decided to make an Alien Queen that's even prettier than McFarlane's version. And here we can see that they really reworked the face. Decided to make an Alien Queen that's even prettier than McFarlane's version. And here we can really see that they reworked the face. That's why Neca, look at the effect. Let's say it's got that slightly slimy, translucent look. The design of the beast. It's magnificent, honestly, Neca. Hats off for everything. And thanks again for the collection we were able to get. So, my friends, listen. This was a video about my collection. All that's left is to make a mosaic. And you know what? I wanted to show you the Terminators. That'll be in a future video, maybe. So we're going to put together a little mosaic for this video. There you go. I thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave comments. I hope that in artificial intelligence this video will be credible, especially for the English audience. Sorry, it's not figurine, it's action figure. This was Angelo Rain. Thank you all for watching this long video. Take care of yourselves and see you soon for future reviews in the toy world. Bye bye!